Okay, chaps. More undead need to go down. 20% chance for legendary. What I really need is a nice big roaming group of zombies. Another 31. Holy shit. And hang on a second. Again, I think I have forgotten to check. Okay, double necromancer. That is terrifying. That is fucking terrifying. There's one of them. Onimara needs to get 1, 2, 8. So good. He should be able to hit that necromancer from there. Question is, where's the other one? And you will go there. I don't know whether the main group's going to go north or south. The southern group looks scarier, so Aragon there, Manuel there, open space, Gungnir here. Then Griff. Nexus, Venomman. Oh, there's the other necromancer. Didn't even see him there. Okay, well, this is good. In fact, if I put just a wall of bodies here, my 2 archers should be able to take care of these necromancers. It'll be easy. Kill them in no time. We're not all fucked at all. We're totally fine. It does mean my Warhammer lads with their whips out are going to lose a whole turn of doing damage. Okay. Oh god, lord, that's a lot of fallen heroes. That Gungnir has to go toe to toe with his light armor. You did, Griff. Congrats. Top of PC. Give us specs. Give me specs. Five, 6, 8. Actually, I wonder if torturer shouldn't, one of the torturers at least, shouldn't remain with his whip out and just disarm the ones that get possessed and triple attack. Like, see, there you go. Wolf, kill him. Nailed it. What was your chance? 52% chance. That's really good. Southern part of this formation is a problem, and again we're running into the fact that Gungnir doesn't have what it takes to survive with his armor. He might have to just go to his shield and tank up while we take care of everyone else. Oh Christ. This is the kind of formation that makes me think about wanting to do that great swords only build. Like, imagine a front line where it's great sword, open space, great sword, open space, great sword, and then all of them just keep swinging in arcs like this. It's funny, Griff, that's almost exactly what I got, except I didn't go for the 2080 Ti, that's super expensive. I just got a 2070. But it's great, it seems like more than enough. Wonderful to have money to spend on PCs. I remember being a kid and being poor and never having money for PCs. Sad. Actually, disarming is better than decapitating all of these lads, because if I keep decapitating all the Wiedergangers, they won't get up. And it's more likely that these fallen heroes get possessed, and that makes way... But How much? Paints, that's not. Been nice exhausted already. Mine was almost 33,000 rand, so divided by 18. So about 2,200 pounds. But I believe it's more expensive here in South Africa because, you know, import from so far and rand isn't worth a whole lot. Good dodging, boys. Oh, for fuck's sake, Lev. Come on, boys! Ugh. Morale break is no good. One, two, three, four. And unfortunately, with the way I've set the boys up now, yeah, see. Actually, the formation I should have gone for is, instead of putting Ganya out that far, he should be one back and across. And learned about fighting zombie hordes. Because now Nexus isn't close enough to either of them to be able to fix their morale issues. Actually, should be doing a slightly different. God, I'm bad at this game. It's for playing Battle Brothers for like 1,740 hours, and I still do shit like that. Daggers, boys. Oh, David is trying. How's it, dude? Heard from you in a while. So what we're going to do here is, yes. These lads will step back. We'll let them come into us like that, and then these can swing in that arch, in that arc, not arch, arc. Almost like a V formation. This will be better. Pomulus, with your accuracy, if you're not better off using the higher damage of the bullhook, full-on bullhook. I think so. Try that again. Well, this is all good lessons. Good lessons for when I want to do my enemy-specific type guide. Hang on, so lads are going to stand. How far do I need to be? I think I need to be 3 squares for be able to get into range of that. Those necromancers. One is okay, good. One, and there's the other one. That tree really helps. Levitsmere, if you go there, cover those squares. And as these lads come crashing around, they just. Caravan goes there. Manuel takes that spot. Anya goes there. We'll swing in that arc, and you swing in that arc. Yes, and you can still rotate each other out. Okay, this is a way better formation. This V formation is going to be far superior. Pole armor user, but now my archers need to be in those positions. One little mistake I made. MK moves back, an archer there and there. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 8, and I can reach both of the necromancers. Oh, Christ. Nice dodging, Aegis. Bad. Ration. I'm gonna have my torturers hold on to their disarms till we see who gets possessed. Give them Devish. 40%. Let's focus on one necromancer at a time this time. Get shit mixed, mate. Turn is done, so we wait. Wait. Ooh, okay. Come forward. Well, I'm having a bit of build envy though. I'm wishing I had gone for shield breakers rather than the polearm users. But I suppose if I had the shield breakers, I'd be wishing I had the polearm lads. It's just that when you've got these Warhammer lads and they're attacking someone with a shield, and their attack just bounces off the shield, it is devastating. Because most of the damage of this build, if not damn near all of it, sits on the front line. So when those front line lads can't land their hits, it is devastating. Now, is it worth... No, 50 melee defense, he'll be fine. I said before, he got completely ruined. No worries, David, you're very welcome, dude. It's, honestly, I can barely expect a shot anyone to keep up. I'm releasing so much content so fast. Dude, it's always hammer time. I love Warhammers. I can't believe I never did this V formation before. This is working amazingly well. So far. We'll go badly wrong, of course. In a situation like this, being able to swing in an arc is so important. And those builds with the two-handed maces and the two-handed axes, where if you're in a line formation with your axes, you can't swing in a big circle, so you have to just attack single targets. When all your guys up front can really only kill like 2 enemies at a turn. And they get swarmed. I suppose with the axes against the undead, you're getting a lot of decapitations, which they don't get up from, and you're doing so much damage. Well, I won't know till I try. I mean, I feel like this build that we got here doesn't lack for damage. I just need to be smarter about getting that damage, or bringing that damage to bear. And one thing that is clear, a big thing that I have, the trap I've fallen into, is overestimating the survivability of light armored guys with nimble. It's absolutely clear to me that your frontline lads have to be in heavy armor. It's really the only way. Unless you get an exceptional brother with the perfect stats, you are going to struggle to have a light armor guy survive. What I do still want is to get like a swordsman or something that has, you know, multiple stars in initiative and fatigue and iron lungs, and then you put him in a cultist playthrough, so he'll get the +2 base fatigue regen from the level 3 cultist mood boost, and you can give him +10 fatigue more per turn, so he'll be able to attack and go into riposte and do all sorts of fatigue intensive stuff. It's like, right, yeah, this is where I need the shield breaker. I wonder if with my polearm lads I can even justify carrying a Dane axe for exactly this situation, but look, 80% chance. He's got to be hitting that anyway. I feel like I won't be feeling this need for the shield breakers once my frontline guys actually get replaced by superstars who can land their hits even through shields. Off at the head. For a brief second I thought if a zombie is standing on another zombie you won't get the resurrect, but that's not the case. Gunye, wait until these nerds come into contact. Zombie nerds. A little scary. I think he's gonna miss. He didn't miss, did he? Ow! Oh, that's right. Nexus is comparatively low level. Get him out of there. Dodge. That's annoying. This zombie ruining my formation. Kind of worked for us. Formulus. Tank up for a bit, buddy. Fancy shield. No axes there. Oh, come on! Taking my damn low-level lads in. Remember, you can't do that in Battle Brothers. The low-level lads can't survive these kind of fights. I mean, look, Nexus is only level 7. If I take Coman in there with all of his survivability perks, he would have done much better. Okay, this is the best of the best now. Everyone we've got who does very well. And start the formation like that, because I know what I want to do now with this. Okay, attempt number 3 in this fucking undead. One more time, let's just make sure I got... Yeah, I'm really feeling the lack of good armor up front. 31 melee defense, 33. Emmanuel, you've got the better armor. Gungnir. Who's the better fighter of these two? They're pretty much the same, these two. Actually, Emmanuel's a little bit better. He has more fatigue. We can do this. everyone move 3 squares forward, 1 square down. Hope so. Wait, that wasn't right. Fucked this up already. No, that is right, because Leviton will move forward there. Tree's gonna help. Technically, maybe I should move Aegis back 1. Back the flank ever slightly more. Come on, you zombie nerds. Kill you all. I fucked this up already. I think I have. No. Actually, because ration goes there, that square will be open. Animaru will be in contact then, but as long as I keep killing, it goes into that square every turn before he has to shoot. Center of the formation. Because anyone who wants to go in there is welcome. They'll be triple surrounded. Ah, Gungnir's not in the right spot. Now, it's a situation where I wish I could have put fast adaptation into this build. Rather than gifted, but yeah, he was low enough that he needed gifted. I think actually I'm going to rotate with Pumilus here. If Pumilus can stand in the middle. If anything in the middle needs to be chopped, then Pumilus can do it. Agree. Similarly. Go ahead and disarm this nerd. Until these necromancers get taken down. Like, I think that's what I should be doing. Move Aegis 1 back. It also helps with the swinging arcs. Well, Aegis, you caught there now. I suppose there's going to be a comparison between how effective these two sides of the formation are, holding back the hordes. Would hit the head, wouldn't it? Definitely Dom because of that, isn't it? Well, I think until the necromancers are down, the torturers are just going to keep disarming whoever they possess. Ow, the zombie nibbles! Oh, get him, lads. Fucking hell. Now, clearing up that position. Didn't spend any fatigue. No, I think I need to wait till the necromancers die. Shit, 1, 2, 3. Maybe Animaru 1. Right, he'll be able to shoot at it. Not Werewolf. Yes. I like this little leaving the bit open in the middle. That feels good. And this is certainly the way to do it. Having that staggered formation there. Shit! His turn is done at least. Don't fuck that up. Right, Werewolf, third shot. 40%, easy. Kill! Ah! Animaru, 40%. 4 turns and counting now, and we still haven't. Necromancer. Like, if MK2 and Ikri had been the archers, like if I wanted my 4 archers, that'd have been better. I had my archers. Fuck. He can't actually be disarmed. I at least get to attack before him, so I think going to a shield and just shielding up there is the right move. Oh fuck, didn't kill that one. Damn it. I just gotta wait to got 3 people in contact. It's almost like 1 hit point. Good defense. 80. I bet he's going to use split shield. Actually, I should have recovered. Fuck. I'm making a mistake by killing these Vidagungers. I think I am. I'm just making it more likely that the heroes get possessed. But then again, it's like I just need to get bodies off the field here. We'll just look at this. We're completely swarmed. One of my 2 little archers. You guys need to finish this dude off. At least kill him now. Werewolf, 44 for the win. Nope. Animaru, bring it home. Oh, that looked good. Oh no. That kind of fucks everything up. I didn't think of that. Oh fuck. I mean, I can disarm him, but now my archers can't. Oh. Balls. We can fancy feet away, but then can we 1, 2, 5, 8. They might still be able to hit that square from here. Good. Okay, so now it's only 2 attacks from that nerd rather than 3. They're kind of hanging in the balance here. 3. The archers, I hate to say it, boys, but you're kind of letting us down here. Subduck yours. I'll move forward and put pressure on the necromancers. And maintain the formation. We can still take out that necromancer. Are we? Pretty good, but I'm really struggling with this particular undead ruin fight. This is my 3rd attempt at this. I'm gonna blame it on team composition. If I had the team comp that I wanted, do this. Well, you know, it shouldn't be forgotten that these are not superstar archers. These are just rubbish guys. The one guy's a cultist, the other one is a what again? Sheep herder thing. Oh, it would have been nice if that worked. It's getting pretty fucking grim now. 6 turns and we cannot kill this cultist is the problem. The necromancer, I mean. Can't kill the necromancer. Oh, and my light armor Warhammer guys just aren't survivable enough. No, heavy armor lads are way better. I never knew that. Wolf, we need this. Good lad. Needed that. God, we needed that. You seriously can't see him? Oh my god, now I've got to spend a few turns running my archers up there. Shit. Okay, we might have to sacrifice a dog to that fallen hero. Oh, good dodging, boys. Very good dodging. Boy, doggy. Ooh, one headshot and he's dead. Fuck it, Pominus, we're gonna kill this fallen hero. Right, so at least that is how many stacks? 2 stacks of defense. 38. And knocking back this dude is so big because he can't move and attack. Kind of huge fighting here. Don't tell me this weapon's gonna break. Oh, I didn't think about that for the super long fights. That weapon might actually just break. Oh, we gotta get Gunya out of there. I love that. Vidiganger Necromancer. That is so metal. Comrade died. No matter. See you raise those things, you nerd. I'm actually going to break this weapon. We just attacked. It's still 25. At least it. Oh god, no! Right to the head. Kind of feels like we are out killing. We're killing faster than this necromancer can raise them. Okay, yeah, you gotta get out of there. Look at that. It hasn't taken a single body shot. It's all been headshots. And that's why steel brow for heavy armor I don't think is that worth it, but for light armor steel brow should be mandatory for exactly that reason right there. Look, you stupid bastard, I've cut your arm off. No, you haven't. Look! Speaking of flesh wound, he's going to bleed to death on the next turn unless he makes this dodge. Okay, now Coman also needs to get away. Who has bandages? This is where I find out I didn't bring a single bandage along. Okay, so Coman has to make a dodge. I need to push that thing away or kill it. Green Plague, how's it, dude? I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it. Welcome to an incredible game that's going to take up so much of your life. I'm on 1,700 hours at this point. Dodge. 1,700 hours and still garbage. Okay, so we've just gotten Gungnir out of fire, but now the lad's in trouble. We're gone. Fighting boys. Do this. Rip dog. Rip doggo. Southern flank is where all the trouble is. Oh, that's a horrible sound. Oh, okay, so the timing was wrong. So because... No, did Coman... This is, I have to accept this is too much. One more, fuck it, one more time. We're doing this. We were so close to having this just right. Let me just work on our formation. The formation is like the flying V basically. So archers are in the middle, then you have the two polearm users. They're in there, and you have the torturer who's learning. The bannerman. Bannerman needs to be in the middle. No, there's no need because there's no ghost screaming at us. Go with the flying V here. Not gonna need that. I kind of happen to know that this war side is gonna fucking wear down and break. Crazy. We'll start with cleavers out this time because we know that we can quick hands the whip. One-handed cleaver, I think is better go. I keep selling my damn cleavers. Spitz, I would agree with that entirely. The DLCs are just wonderful. And shameless plug for my little guides to Battle Brothers. If you are brand new to the game, check out my YouTube channel. There's my guides to Battle Brothers. I think this requires second wind potions. Who did he give them to? The torturer for sure. Increase. It is usable in combat too, but the thing is now if I give Levitsmere, it's got like that because if he has to go to his shield, he's so exhausted he can't do anything anyway. So I'm telling you that if I had all four of my archers, this would be a very different story. If you're able to pick off the necromancers quick. So, formation here. Already kind of forgotten the formation. You go there. Let's... Okay. Go near there. Yes. Because Emmanuel will go there. Ikri should be one step back. Go there, which puts... Oh wait. Levitsmere goes there. Up, Mazuma. But moving Ikri out then means that Varwolf could be caught in melee range. But that's kind of fine because any zombie that stands there is going to be stood next to two Warhammers. That's going to give him a very short life expectancy. I can't help but wondering if every single person here had heavy armor and a two-handed cleaver and a whip that can all just, you know, decapitate at will, disarm at will. Yes, I got the formation wrong. I didn't leave the little bit open in the middle. Oh. God. Now let me guess, the other necromancer is right in that position. Yep, knew it. How different should this have been? Coman should be... well, it can be in the middle. No, this will have to be fine. Have to be fine. So one thing I've been mulling over in my mind quite a lot lately is what is the optimum, what is the best weapon to spam on the front line, and I think it's kind of the wrong question to ask. The answer is invariably going to be depends on the enemy type. I don't think there is any one objectively best setup. The one we've gone for is tried to get a middle ground. Got the warhammers for stripping armor and the cleavers then for chopping up unarmored targets. The warhammers are bloody great. I mean, like in this situation, knocking the enemy back is amazing. From these big fallen heroes, they can pretty much only attack you if they're already in melee contact. Clutch. Okay, now my archers unfortunately need to start running around. Did the necromancer move? I thought he was there. Am I taking crazy pills? Where's the cocking necromancer? I think he's in that square. Let's wait until he reveals himself by casting a spell. Yep, there he is. This is really hard. This means that my archers need to run all the way around past that tree and then try to get an angle, all the while all these dudes aren't. It's just that so many undead. It's a fuckload. At least we've taken down one of the necromancers. That's kind of big. Do you guys remember that episode earlier in the season where we had that one necromancer spawning on the northern side of the map in a position where it was impossible to get to him? Such bullshit. I was so butthurt about that. Made that fight so difficult. Well, it's disappointing to know that I've got so much work to do to get this squad to where I want it to be, but at least I know for a certainty that, well, what, you know, obviously any non-noob would know, but have to have heavy armor on the front lines. This just puts it beyond question now. These frontline lads in their light armor, even legendary armor, it's just not enough. And like, here's another situation where the shield breakers would outshine the polearm users, because like here now, flank is compromised, and if this polearm could go to a shield and a primary weapon that he has proficiency in, much better spot. Oh, good dodge. Oh, should have disarmed. That's 2 attacks with the big flail. Good. It's a very good point, Comatose. Yeah. Oh, now see, that actually didn't help there. I'm trying to keep this hero off my archers. Sorry, doggy. Oh, that was badass. He swung in a circle and attacked, but luckily our defense was good enough. See what a difference it makes when you only have to deal with one necromancer. You imagine how OP the taunt skill would be if you could taunt from across the map. Force an enemy to run at you. Well, the knockback is situationally great. There are situations where I don't want it, but I'm quite happy for the knockback a lot of the times. Because you're attacking a melee opponent with it, and if you're forcing a melee opponent to spend AP on movement rather than attacking you. I mean, say for example you're hitting an enemy who has the Warbrand. If he's in melee contact with you, he can attack twice in that turn. You knock him back, if he has to move forward, he can only attack you once. You've halved his damage. That's the way I look at it, at least. No! Bane! Brave doggo. This headless shit. I think what I saw there with the polearm, I mean, that's great. It's nice armor damage. It's good damage overall. Gonna kill 2 enemies at least with his main polearm. But then again, the axe guy could do that as well. Shieldbreaker could do that as well. Polearm is better, you know, when you get the war scythe. Try this potion of recovery and fatigue recovery. Nice. Give him 25 fatigue recovery. If you give that potion of recovery to a iron-lunged Dovecool cultist, he just fuck out of fatigue. It's interesting. The necromancer is actually moving away from my archers now. That's definitely an improvement to the AI. Never used to do that. Yeah, get disarmed, nerd. Could it be? We're gonna do this, lads. Doing it? Oh, Christ. Let's see here. Recover, because if I don't knock these guys back into my archer, that would be a disaster. Come on, boy, surely. So close. Right, Animaru. Shoot him right in the mush. 48%. Just. Oh, thank goodness. If that zombie had gone for the archer, that would have ruined me. Sure is. MK2. Was it Ikri? Ikri, this guy, is actually a monk, if you can believe it. It is so rare to get a monk with stars in melee skill and fatigue. That initiative, if only it could have been in melee defense, that would have been just amazing, wouldn't it? Like 88 melee skill is okay at level 13, it's average. But the fact that it's on a monk is just amazing. I love it. MK2, what is he? A gambler. Like also the same. Like, when do you get a gambler with star distributions like this? Indeed, and if I'm not wrong, I think he might have actually rolled 57, which is his maximum. I realized I was a lucky boy with that. I mean, many is the playthrough that I just expect that I'm gonna have to carry a monk in reserve. I feel like the events they give you are good enough to justify just keeping a monk on retainer for the 6 gold. So equally, if you can't find a monk with good attack stats, you just find one that has a happy to be in reserve trait, and you can just, it costs you 6 gold a day, but it's particularly good because I love a wild man, and you can calm a wild man down. Interacts with the witch burning event, and at least something else. Get wrecked. That's why I love the Warhammer so much, and I'm glad I took them. From full armor to nothing in a single attack. I remember he rolled, it was 51, he rolled a 50. I just, it was a little while ago, but my abiding memory is being pleased and surprised with the melee skill that my monk rolled. Oh, you headless piece of shit. Like, do I use decaffeinate? I don't think it's worth it. He's already decaffeinated. I love saying that and just thinking, oh, I'm pissing people off. It's decapitated. Well, I can tell you, I certainly avoid the monks when I'm doing my cultist playthrough because of all the fighting, I think. Monk and Historian are the two non-combat backgrounds that I like for their events that they give. Boys, let's clean this up. Cat chaser, good luck, my dog. Oh, whoop, cat chaser, I'm sorry! Sorry, doggo. That's for your own good. You're only in contact with one fallen hero now. I totally meant to do that. I won't tell Peter about that. Sorry. I John Wicked my own dog. You're saying it gets annoying if you're trying for another specific event. Are you implying that the monk event triggering is stopping other events from triggering? Like if you have a witch hunter and there's the witch burning town event, then you might want the witch hunter event to, his event to proc rather than the monk's event. I understand you to be saying. Oh, die! This was an epic. I can't. We've finally done it. The 4th attempt. This is a great battle though. I learned so much in this battle, particularly about that flying V formation, which I'm absolutely going to use again when it comes to numbers this big. Who's our MVP? It's impossible to say. If we look at the damage numbers, who did the high Aegis? 2027. 2027. I see what you mean, Comatose. Okay, right. So when one event procs, there's like a cooldown on the events. I see what you mean. That could be affecting me here now because I don't even get legendary. All I get is gemstones and 2 bowls. That was an amazing fight, and it just throws into sharp relief how disappointed, or how we were justified in being disappointed in getting those shields from that one fight that gave us legendaries. Great fight, boys. Well done. Draw our own maps. Say that again. Famed. We're only famed. Dogs, monks, and gamblers. Okay. I didn't realize that. I mean, here I am with a gambler and a monk in my company. Got for us. I keep getting missions to go fight Goblin cities, which I do not want to do. I'm not paying 300 for tools. Daylight robbery. Extortionate. Fragile, 1 star. Fence to fence, sure-footed. Nope. Okay, I think we should make an additional fur padding. Is this the one that reduces damage that ignores armor? That's quite a good one. Apothecary's Miracle is nice as well. It can save you a bit of money, but let's make these felt mantles. Maybe we just crank out a whole bunch of War Dog armors so that when we're replacing War Dogs, I don't have to buy the armored War Dog versions. One more here. Do I need this? Or am I better off on the other heavy armor wearers, giving them the spider one that gives more fatigue? I think I'm going to need the spider one that gives more fatigue. Direwolf pelts will do in the meantime. What's up, D-Land? Lowborn Banner Brothers, your Bannerman, your best bit is a cultist. Cultist, monk, Gravedigger is surprisingly good. Gambler can be quite good too. Yeah, gamblers have increased resolve. I hate to be the guy who says go to the wiki, but there's actually a table on the wiki that breaks down quite nicely what the resolve ranges are. Go to Battle Brothers wiki, go to backgrounds. Flagellant, yes, that's amazing as well, although I don't like how the Flagellant hurts himself. I'm not down with self-harm, yo. Pain. Come on, Pumulus. When are we going to put Pumulus on the front line? Arguably, when he hits level 10 now, we can just keep him on the front line. This formation is all screwed up. I want to go back to my normal formation like that. And we have antidotes. We have antidotes. What else do we use the herbs for? Because I think second wind potions are a better way to spend those herbs. I certainly want to make more Lionheart potions. Guess we've got to fight Alps and spiders. Also need to, you see, hair. Which hair is always a thing that I struggle with. I've actually had that, the butcher telling him how to hurt himself more. It's friggin' grim, but yeah, it's interesting. Gives what, an extra HP boost or a morale boost. Right, we're carrying some great loot. What I want here is a mission that'll take me all the way back to Koenigstadt. Blankenstadt, sorry. That's where we get the most money. We're going to sell those gems, we're going to make a fortune. Think of the flail builds. Flail build to me is almost exclusively an early to mid game. The only possible exception is, and I wish I could have afforded it when I saw it, in one of my offline campaigns, I found a legendary two-handed flail that had amazing damage stats. I think it was like 50 to 100, and it had plus 32% chance to hit the head. So it had like, geez, like 55% base hit the head chance. That would have been an amazing flail. Other than that, I don't think it's worth it. Let's obtain Seal of the Sun. Nope. The three-headed flail, I tend to think of it almost exclusively as a morale breaker. Like if you're going to build someone early game with a three-headed flail, try and make them a duelist and give them the, make them, what's it called again? Fearsome. That'll do nothing for you against undead. But when it comes to early game bandits that you're fighting and organic targets, I think they might have tweaked it in a patch a couple of months ago, but I think that the 3 separate strikes, if each of them inflicts at least 1 hit point damage, then it's going to make them roll for resolve every time. I haven't tried it since, I'm pretty sure that was patched out, but I remember having a flail duelist like that who hits a Nachtseer once, bam bam bam, from neutral morale all the way to breaking in a single swing. Claim a prestigious weapon. We don't have that. We have 3 shields, no armor and no helmet. 50,000. Let's fight some orcs. Do I need more whip-necked? I do actually. I need whip-necked poison. How many are there? There's 20 of them. Okay, this is certainly a chance to get some low-level lads a bit of it. That's how we're going to fight these webnecks now. We're going to keep our main weapons this time. Still start with the spears to keep the little fuckers at bay. Hefas, unfortunately, I'm a lot further away than I thought. I've grossly overestimated the survivability of my light armor lads. So I need to replace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frontline guys. Anton will make a bow and we'll retire him. I've at least got the 2 other archers I needed. They're not going to be great, but they're going to be okay. We have got a superstar of a bannerman with perfect star distribution and perfect background. Almost perfect background. Goliath, I'm going to try to chuck him into heavy armor. Criddle Fitz will go into heavy armor, and so will Elstier. I worry about the fatigue of these 2. Goblin City might be easier than I'm thinking though, but they're still very, very difficult. We'll have to see. Oh, you disgusting spiders. I mean, with this setup we got here, I suppose we could try Goblin City. One thing that was strange though was in an offline campaign, I actually happened to come onto a Goblin City right as a patrol left it. And I was like 200 days into the campaign. A patrol of goblins left the Goblin City. And there was like 15 goblins in there. So you could just do it then, but that isn't really, I don't think, what anyone wants to see. And that's kind of cheating, isn't it? I think it's kind of cheap. Because, you know, that's a lot easier. I think when I say I want to do Goblin City, what I mean is I want to do it at full strength. I think once the 2 archers that I've hired are at level 11 at least, and I've got Night Owl Potion for all of my archers, then we'll try to take on the Goblin City. We'll try outshoot them. Just trying to walk forward through the shaman casting his shit on you and the nets they throw on you. It's just a nightmare. But similar to that undead fight, what we'll try to do is we'll try, hopefully, well actually that should be doable, because if the skirmishers don't move forward and claim the battlefield, my front line can move forward where my archers can come forward and hopefully outshoot the shaman. Once the shaman goes down, it's a very different fight. That will mean I'll be putting my archers into their archer range. But I mean, if I've got level 11s, I have to back the boys. It's strategic planning. I'm missing that comment. Oh, the cheesing. Is it cheesing? Yeah. I suppose you're right. I mean, hell, if they want to leave their city undefended, that's not my problem. But there's no such opportunity with the Black Monolith, I'm almost entirely certain. I'm chatting away here and we're just casually wrecking these spiders. Gun, yeah. 95% chance, rolled 97. Brilliant. Brilliant. Nailed it. All this money, should we invest in the tier 3 spears? I think that is very much a luxury purchase. It takes an already good spear wall and just turns it into lethal. Look at these archers. Why do we have 4 of these guys? Well, in the biggest battles I've had against the goblins, that is typically how it goes. When I've tried to run into them, even with heavy armor and kite shields, you just get bogged down by the nets and that fucking shaman. If it's not for the shaman, you might have some tactical flexibility, but as soon as there's a shaman in the fight, you cannot try to move forward. The boys just get bogged down. 1 or 2 of them might break free, but then you just got one guy hitting a front line of like 15 goblins. You've got and as soon as your front line commits, then the wolves come around you from the back. That's a fucking nightmare. And then eventually you might get your front line into their front lines, but they get a net thrown on them. And a little ambusher quick hands to a dagger and goes stab, stab, and your guy's dead. That actually would be amazing. You're right. Yeah, to not be. But like giving it to one guy is great for that one guy. But like I said, if you can't have one guy run and hit the front lines. But your 4th hunter. Well, I mean, remember now, we still have 0 hunters. I've got 2 archers, and the other 2 new archers that I've hired are just because I've become so exasperated with trying to find decent hunters, and I'm just going to make them my other archers. I mean, I figure that 4 average archers are better than no archers, but however long it takes to get the stat distribution that I need. Trying. That is very nice profit. Let's offload, shall we? What worth 1100 selling? We can get more than 1400. Like down at Blankenwasser. Tell me about some legendaries, for goodness sake. Just going. Blankenstadt. That's exactly where I wanted to go. Bless you. That's... Finally, yeah. Finally started to stockpile money, indeed. What I really wish there was is an interest mechanic. Like in Darkest Dungeon where you build the bank. I mean, well, it's 290 days. But it's not like I've made a decision now just to, okay, now I'm going to start stockpiling money. It's just that the things that I've been desperately keen to buy, which is tier 3 weapons, it's all these armors, it's all these Saleh helmets. I've just finally got all of it, so there hasn't been that much of a need, really. Buy stuff. Yeah, if you have more than, what, like 50,000, they ask for a raise. Hell, if you have the money, then why not? Interesting. Determined. 2 stars, but no. The Sound Noble has melee skill buffs. They're all going to ask for a raise, so that could potentially mean that my 375 crowns could go up to like 400 or 500. This is something I really want to try. This is 13 ghosts. Here's how this is going to go down. Coman. Lionheart Potion. Give loads and loads and loads. Whoops. Hold on. This could be complete death. Let's see how powerful of a bannerman Coman is. Yes, so Comatose, that actually wouldn't have been worth it. Even if he rolled max with only 2 stars, he would have got to like 92 or so. Get him, boys. Ah. Damn it. 88 at 11. Yeah, see, that's not even that good. Give him gifted, but I'm not crazy about giving gifted. Trying to fix a hole in her brother's stats. Hole shouldn't be there in the first place. Right, Coman, what is your resolve? 183. That's pretty fucking good. That's pretty good. That's the beauty of a cultist, and that's with 2 stars. That could have got even higher. So I'm still benefiting from company up 7. I'll go further than that. I certainly can set dogs on them, so look at that. Even with 180 resolve, doesn't matter. Actually, moving into melee could be the right thing to do. I think if they're in melee, they choose to melee attack you rather than scream at you. I mean, at least that, you know, brings them back. I gotta say, one of my biggest pet peeves is not seeing what the percentages were, but I suppose I understand why. If it showed the percentage chance to successfully roll for morale, you would use Raise Morale and would spam the event log with 12 different sets. That was easy. That wasn't worth using the Lionheart potion, I don't think. Well, I mean, in retrospect, you can only say that if they hadn't had their morale fixed, then... Zoster boys. What dagger is that? Daggers. I suppose, yeah, you would think you'd get better rewards, but those fights against the undead like that, those ghosts, are very, polarized like that. It's either you kind of stomp them or you get stomped. I need a few fights against some lower enemies that I can get some levels on these boys. They're starting to get annoyed sitting here in reserve. Pomulus, I think as soon as he's level 10, we'll put him in the front line. I don't even drop any ectoplasm. Absolute good ghosts. Kind of seeing what's in here. I don't feel like I need more weapons and armor. Starting to stockpile fighting spears is always a temptation. You know what? Like a militiaman can sometimes pleasantly surprise me with his stats. Like, look at this: melee skill, melee defense, ranged skill, right, weasel. But I'm gonna say no to this because I'm looking for absolute and superstars. If only those 2 stars in ranged skill were in fatigue. That was so close. He almost had exactly what we needed. Oh, look at that. Another hour and 18 minutes have flown by. What time is it? Time. Oh, look at the missions. I hope those are 3 skull hunt down the bandits things, because then we can fight some champions. Look at these numbers. Yes! Where's the 7th spear? I think I gave the spear to... Oh, there we go. That's where it is. Indeed. That's a very nice bannerman. But if it wasn't for Nixus here... Are we for fishing nets, lads? 5... 8 on 6. We'll upgrade all of those. Nice, we're full of tools. I mustn't forget though, we are still after a couple of whips. There are some fights where giving a whip to every single frontline person is going to be the right thing to do. And actually, I was going to say I need to hang on to another military cleaver, but no. A Paragon or no, Ration should actually be using that Crypt Cleaver. I want to be fighting Chosen for their 2-handed cleavers, but it's just such a bummer fighting the Barbarians. But 5 days, nice. That's worth it money-wise. A day to the west. That's doable because I do need to actually go... Oh, yes, please. Tell me about legendary. Burnt Gurdon. Let's see. The other. We have here. Nope. God, this is so expensive. Almost curious about a Dorian. Disloyal and insecure. He's never going to be anything. I mean, a historian on retainer. Maybe. Thieves can be good, but they struggle with fatigue. Iron Lungs is nice. Not really what I'm after. Leader, marksman, brigand raiders. Right, how are we gonna do this? Highest level, boys. It could have been a nice tank, but I'm not after tanks. I'm after damage, 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 and more damage on the front line. How do we feel about taking our low-level archers in? 13, 14. They'll do fine. I'm sure they won't die horribly. In fact, Nixus, you can even be in this fight as well. Super high resolve of Komen. That important for us. Oh yeah. The very best tank I've ever had has been a thief. I would agree with that absolutely. It's funny, you know, I used to do the same. I used to actually quite like having two tanks to tie up the flanks. But since I have pretty reliable disarm, I haven't felt that I needed that much. Although I could probably stand to be corrected when I fight some, you know, particular enemy types that are scary enough. I'm going to give you a kite shield in case I'm not eating too many ranged. Am I going to need 24 arrows? I'm going to say... Okay, hour and a half. Let's take a break.